Welcome back to An Old Man in a Frying Pan. Today, it's been a while again since I've done something, and I just find it, I'm looking for inspiration, and today I came up with one. I bought a 5-pack of chicken breasts, and I've decided to flatten them out, and I'm going to stuff them with different things, bread them, and then we'll cook them in the oven. Now, I'm only going to cook one today for myself. All the rest are going to go back for another day. I've already flattened some chicken breasts here, and you see they're fairly thin. They're ready to roll with something inside of them. So let's, I'll just show you what I did. Is I just take a chicken breast, put it on the board, and I'm looking at it, and I'm gonna naturally follow where to slice it. Like there was like a little indent in there, and I'm gonna push it over. Same thing here. I'm gonna just try and get it so it's gonna go flatter. Like this. I don't want it to, like right there, it's a bit of a big piece, so I'm just gonna open it up a bit and flatten it out. I'm looking at this and seeing if it needs trimming, and I think it does. It needs a little bit of trimming, so I'm gonna try and take this off right here. I don't like the look of that little piece right there, so I'll just take it off, and then I'll put it back over, and I'm gonna cover it with plastic. And it's important to do that. You don't want to smash chicken pieces everywhere. So then I just take my mallet, which has got a nice flat side to it, and I'm just gonna lightly hit it. Until you get a nice flat piece of chicken. There we go. So then when that one's ready to go, maybe a little more right there. And then take it up, and I'm gonna put it over here with the rest of the chicken. So I gave my board here a really good wash with soapy water, including the utensils I used. I saw this on sale today, and I immediately went, oh, that will work. That'll be kind of interesting to use. So I want a bit of this. So I'm just gonna see if I can flatten it a little better, into a better shape, and I am, it's working. So I've got it more like a log that's gonna go inside the chicken. So I'm gonna take a piece of chicken, take a look at it, and start the log from here, because I wanna get sure that it's completely covered and that there are no holes. Because what I'm gonna do next to this is I'm gonna bread it, and I'm gonna bread them, and I'm gonna take it, and I'm going to, here we go. That's a nice piece right there. And I kind of like the idea of coming from this side on this one, so I will. So I've got a nice piece in there, and just bread it, just continue, and then fold it under, like so. So when I bread it, it will be sealed. Now what have I got left here? That's a smaller piece. This one I'm gonna keep for making like a chicken, just a fried chicken covered. I like this piece right here, it's a good one. A little bit of a, I don't know about that. This ain't good to have in your chicken. Just get rid of it. If you see that, get rid of it. That's a piece of, like it's sinew, it'll be tough. Now what I made here, this is a piece of compound butter. It's got lemon juice in it, and lemon zest, and a bit of salt. And I'm gonna put this in between in the chicken. I think about half that. And I think I'll even cut that a little bit more. Maybe like this. Get it a little more. Oh, there we go. I was able to mold it better. And then over I go. I want to make sure it's not going to leak. Okay, so that's covered. And I think I'll look up one more. I like this one the best. So I've got one more to try. So I'm going to cut that in half. Put these together like that. And I'm gonna roll it up. Okay, got it. So there we go. So that's that. So I'm gonna wash my hands. Soapy water. And I gotta do the next stage. Now for the coating of the chicken, I just wanna make a quick egg wash. So egg goes in, get a bit of milk. Actually, there's a bit of cream. That'll work fine. I think we're gonna need more than that. So I got 2 eggs. Give it a really good whip. There we go. Put the eggs back in the fridge. Now, that's done. So now for the second part, I'll be right back. There's the homemade breadcrumbs ready to go, so I'm going to start. I'm just going to dip this into the breadcrumb, into the mix. My hand's going to get all cardinal sin there, is I should have kept one hand dry. And there's one thing of breadcrumbs on there. That ain't that good. I'm not that happy. Nope, it's not working. It's too wet. It's not dry enough for breadcrumbs. Yep, we have to start all over again. All right, let's go see what other we have. What else do we have? That did not work. Okay, so I made a quick mixture of breadcrumbs, but I also added some panko and some other Italian seasoning breadcrumbs to it because I like the flavor. So I'm just getting this all done and now, and there we go, it's all covered, well, almost all covered. There we go. So I've used all the breadcrumbs and all the chicken pieces, and we've got it done. So one I've got double coated, because of the breadcrumbs I was using. I didn't think they were quite right, so I've used the newer ones that I did here, and it looks pretty good. So it looks like we're ready to go with that. So I am gonna clean up here a bit and go to the next. The next step for this is to put everything in the freezer and get it cooled down. The stuff I'm gonna make today has to be cooled down in order to go into the frying pan. So we're gonna fry it, and then once it's fried, we're gonna put it in the oven and bake it for about 15 minutes. So when I'm ready to do that, I'll show you. Hi, well, I got the chicken finishing off in the freezer there and cooling right down. I'm just gonna make a bit of broccoli here for myself to go with the dish. So I'm just cutting it up now. I like to cut it up into good sized florets. Not too thin. And then what's interesting about broccoli is the stem is good too. So you can cut some pieces of that up. Don't waste it and throw it in with there. You can eat that as well. There you go. Get some stem in there, everything ready to go. So I just have to add water to that and bring it to a boil for I like about 5 minutes on a boil, and that's about it. Otherwise it gets too soggy. I've turned the oven on to 375 and we'll start to preheat it. And I have a frying pan on that is heating up because you can't put the chicken in there until the pan's hot enough. Otherwise it will stick right away, and then it's really hard to get it loose. So the best thing to do is just make sure it's a fairly hot pan in order to put the chicken in. And when you put it in, you leave it alone and it will actually get brown. And then you turn it, and you brown all the sides, and then we're gonna stick it in the oven for about 15 minutes and we're done. I put the chicken into the frying pan and it started frying right away. And now we're gonna let it fry for a bit until it gets brown on this side before we turn it. And again, the oven is heating up to 375. Here's why you put it in a hot frying pan. Watch this. This is stainless steel and it's not stuck. So over it goes. Same thing with this one. It's ready to turn. So let's turn it. There you go. So we'll let that cook on that side for a bit. It's nice and brown. So it's going to go into the oven and get a little bit browner, and it'll be cooked right through. Just checking on this side, you can see it's getting nice and brown on that side, so I'm going to flip it on to this side here. Same thing with this one, stick away. Oh yeah, so I want to flip it onto this side. There we go. So we're brown that side. Okay, I'm kind of happy with that, so I'm going to put it in the oven to finish off. So in it goes. Okay, I'm going to put it on for 15 minutes, and we'll see how we're doing. Yeah, this is the first time I've done this dish in years, so it's a bit of an experiment, to be honest with you, but I like doing this because it's fun. And the big thing with doing this is, so as I was saying, it's a bit of fun to do things like this. I like to experiment and see what we get, right? And sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't, but if you don't try, you never get to you make something that you really might like, and I'm sure I'm going to enjoy this. So don't be afraid to experiment a little bit. You know, I watch cooking shows to find out how to do things, and you know, get ideas for myself. And if I didn't do that, you have to learn, and it takes a long time to learn how to cook some nice dishes. So it's fun to do, and it's a bit of a hobby because I get sick of eating the same foods all the time. So if someone asks me, why do you do this? And it's simple. I get sick of the same food, so I look to see for something different and I make it. So that's what I really do. The internal temperature of these are about 165 to 169. And I'm quite pleased with that. They're ready to go, but however, I'm gonna let them sit for 5 minutes. Bit of a safety tip: when you're done with your frying pan out of the oven, put a glove over top of it to make sure you don't grab it. Because boy, I've done that a few times where we've had something on, it's boiling hot, and you put your hand on it and you burn yourself. Okay, here's the dish ready to go. So I wanna cut it open just to show you and see what we got. Okay, here's the first one. I'll cut it in half. And there you go. We got the cranberry cheese ready to go. It's all nice and done. And this one's a cranberry cheese as well. So we've got them both out, and then we'll have the chicken another day. So there we go. And I got two ready to go. So I'll probably put one away for lunch tomorrow, as that's a lot to eat. So there you are, from an old man in a frying pan. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Again, it's stuffed chicken breast, done a couple of ways. Thank you. I keep making a comment on this. As I'm eating it, I'm going, The cheese and with the cranberry, oh, what a delicious combination. Another comment on this dish I'll make is, to an old man in a frying pan, cheers, have a great day.